Oh, you know what? So, I should include this, by the way. I told you guys that I have been caught up in a number of those in the TV and film business. And my favorite, I got a call from a gentleman from New York. He was in the movie business. And he says, and he had given me work before. I actually got into the Screen Actors Guild. I was on an episode in roughly 2006 of Law and Order. I played Whoopi Goldberg's son. And yes, I was adopted, as I'm sure you could imagine the script said. But at any rate, to get into the SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, what that means is you do a principal role as opposed to being an extra, and they will define principal role in a few different ways. But one of those ways is if you speak at all, if you say one single word, right? It's like being on a football team in college. You may be on no scholarship. I don't know. You guys may not know this. If you're on a football team in college Division I, if you play one single down, you are now on a full ride. That's how that works. They cannot put you in Division I without hopping you on scholarships, and they do not do partial scholarships in football like they do with wrestling. In wrestling, you get a 25%, you get 10%, you get 90%. Football, it's full ride or nothing. If you play one down, you're a full ride. Well, Screen Actors Guild is that same way. If you say a single word, you're in. I said 2 words. I went before a judge and I said, not guilty. All right, that was my big foray, but that's relevant to the story because this same guy calls me back. So I know the guy's real. I know I know he can do things. Calls me back and he says, you start growing your hair out. He said, you're going to double Channing Tatum. You're going to be his stunt double, but he's going to have long hair for this role. We start filming in 9 months. You're going to have about 3 months of work. You'll be there every single day, but you don't want to wear a wig. Trust me, this is going to start in the summertime. Hair and makeup and a wig. It's just grow your hair out. I start growing my hair out. So it goes on. And I mean, I got abused on this one. I was getting tickets to fights. There needed to be an introduction somewhere to Dana White. Set me up with Dana White. I need to have a meeting. I'm allowing you to make this introduction because I'm going to put a bunch of Dana's fighters into the movie. He's going to love it. And you're going to look good for being involved in it. I mean, I could go on and I got abused. I got absolutely abused. I had to come in to New York. Before I know it, I got to go to this place called Smith and Lewinsky's. I got to get a corned beef hash with this egg on top. I got to get on the subway, come back, deliver it to him at his house. I mean, I could go on and on, but the con lives on. The way this one ended, I went out and I had a fight. I had a fight in Pennsylvania, and this guy came and supported me at the fight. And my hair was cut. I mean, all these different, my hair. So when the fight ends, it's about 2 a.m. because we're on the East Coast. And so we go to the only place that's open, known as Denny's. And there's about 6 of us, and we're sitting there and we're having breakfast at 2 a.m. This is my after party. We're having the after party, right? And the guy looks up at me in front of everybody, and he goes, man, you don't ever listen to me. I tell you to do something, and you don't listen. I come out here to support you. You got your hair cut. I told you to grow your hair out. You don't want to listen to me. Maybe you don't want to be in the business. He just dresses me down in front of everybody. And nobody at the table knows the whole backstory or what went on. I look up at him very calmly, and I said, yeah, that movie. Not only has that been made, that's been released, and I saw it in DVD form at Blockbuster in my hometown 2 weeks ago. So this 9 months or 10 months of film, and I got abused in those 9 or 10 months. Turned into more like 13 or 14. We just hadn't kept track. Right? It was just, Chael, you go do this, and you have to do this because you're going to double Channing Tatum. So I look up very calmly. Right? I'm happy. I'd won this fight. Everything's great. Not even mad at the guy. But that's how I responded. I go, oh yeah, by the way, movie's done, made, been in the theaters, is now released. Saw it 2 weeks ago, DVD, Blockbuster in my hometown. And he just very calm, and he just came up from me, screaming at me. You know, he's playing like this Don Moffalo, you do it my way or it's the highway. And he just sits back in his chair, and his face and eyes light up, and he simply says, I'm busted. And that's it. That was how he responded. No one at the table knows what's going on other than those they heard us interact. And we're able to connect enough dots that everybody just started laughing. And we finished our eggs and bacon. I paid the bill, and we got up and left.